Be it friendship, romantic relationship, family relationship, you know what's one thing that we do unconsciously that kills all our relationship? It's our need to be right. Once I met up with a friend and we were arguing about the last time we met face to face. I say it's about 1 year ago, he says it's about 2 years ago. I thought to myself, well, I remember clearly because I jotted down all the meetup and gathering I attended on the calendar. The problem is I didn't bring my physical calendar. But I was like, aha, the dates are on the meetup platform. I will show it to him and prove that I'm right. And as I whip out my phone and trying to find the date, I had an insight. Why am I wasting all this time on something so trivial? Is it important to know what's the last time we met each other? My purpose of meeting my friend is to reconnect with him and catch up with him. It's not to prove that I have a better memory than him. So I told him, never mind, it's not important, and we continue our conversation. The need to be right is an ego trap. Our ego is concerned about right and wrong. It's always looking for a debate partner. When you're right and the other party is wrong, that makes you feel somewhat superior and better than the other person. But this happiness you get from being superior and right is very short-lived. In the long run, it ruins the relationship. If that day I continue to search for the date I last met up with my friend, what will happen? If I'm wrong, I'll feel embarrassed because I'm so blatantly certain that I'm right. And if I'm right, yeah, I might feel superior or prideful for a while, but my friend will feel embarrassed that he was wrong because he was also so sure that he was right. And is this what I want? Making my friend feel embarrassed? No. So I would rather not find out the answer. The game of right and wrong has no winner. Whatever the outcome is, it sucks. The best relationship is when two parties are on the same level. No one is superior or inferior to the other party. I know some of you might be thinking right now, so you mean if someone is incorrect, we continue to let them go down the wrong path? Shouldn't we correct them? Isn't this for their good? Well, it depends. It depends on your intention, it depends if it's important, and it depends whether the other person is open to receiving your feedback. So for example, if a presenter says the wrong time or the wrong date and correct him or her so that the other audience gets the correct information, that's fine. If your friend uses the wrong grammar or pronounce a word incorrectly and correct them because you want them to get better, that's fine too. But you have to ask yourself, is your intention pure? Are you really wishing your friend to get better, or are you trying to show that you're better than your friends? It's very subtle and it's very tricky. You might think that you're helping others, but when you correct them, your ego feels a sense of pride, like, oh, I know more, I have better memory, I'm more self-aware. You have to discern your true intention. And furthermore, you have to discern if the other person is open to receiving or accepting your feedback or not. What if your friend just wants to catch up with you and grammar is not a great deal to them right now? They're not interested in having an English lesson with you. You're not their English teacher, so correcting them might not be the best time. You don't want to be the one who keep correcting other people's mistake too. Why? Because people will feel super uptight when they're with you. They have to make sure that every word that comes out of their mouth has to be so precise so as not to make any mistake in front of you. Then they can't be their authentic self and they don't feel comfortable or at ease with you. But more often than not, the argument we have with others isn't factual like grammar and dates. Our arguments are usually a result of having different beliefs and opinions. It could be something so trivial, like when you live with someone or a family, you think it's better to hang your clothes a certain way, but the other person thinks otherwise. Or you think that iPhone is better and your friend thinks that Android phone is better. Or you prefer this actor, singer, or sports team, and you think that it's better than the person your friends support. When we're so fixated on our own belief and we make the other party wrong, it causes division. And it's not just in our personal relationship, but also in the world at large. Instead of being stuck in the game of right and wrong, we want to rise above it and get into the third space. A space that is more important than right or wrong. A space where your spirit and higher self live, not where your egos live. First, ask yourself, what do you desire from your relationships? What is truly important to your spirit? It may be love, connection, meaningful conversation. And ask yourself, is it worth it to express your opinion so strongly? What are you trying to get from being right? Are you able to allow others to have their own opinions about things? Everyone is right based on their own belief and the world they create for themselves. If someone believes the world is bleak and bad, then this is the world they create for themselves. You can convince them otherwise, but if they hold their beliefs so tightly, you are going to get into an argument with them. When you go out to the third space, you don't really think so seriously, like this is right, this is wrong. You have fun, you have a sense of humor, you don't need everything your way. You're like, I can see your perspective based on the belief you have. That's not the way I live my life. I have a different perspective, but well, you do you and I do me. But if you hold a strong opinion and put other people in the wrong, people automatically get defensive. You trigger their ego to get into defense mode because their ego doesn't want to be wrong too. And this is where two egos get into a fight and argument. And you end up wondering why all your relationships aren't going well. You're like, I'm just speaking the truth. I'm just being authentic, you say. Well, when you take a strong position and leave no room for the other people to express their view, what you don't realize is that you're imposing your truth on others and preventing them from living their version of truth. If the other person is fearful of being judged, they will shrink because you're occupying too much space in the relationship. Or if the other people feel attacked or suppressed because of the lack of space, they might get defensive and fight back and have a heated argument with you. When you have a need to be right, you're having a monologue, not a dialogue. And relationship needs dialogue, not monologues. Monologue is like, no, your way is wrong. The right way is blah blah blah. Wherever you start with no, you end the conversation. It's black and white. It's the ego barking order at someone. When someone already make up their mind and is not willing to listen to other people's perspective, why is there a need for conversation? Dialogue is more like when you try to see the other person's point of view. You don't have to agree or disagree with them. It's something more neutral. You use more question than statements. When you use a question, you want to find out more about the other person. In dialogue, it's okay to express what you think about the situation, but also allow others to express what they think about the situation. This isn't pandering or being inauthentic. I'm not asking you to withhold your opinions. I'm asking you to listen to other people's opinion too. It's about understanding the other person's point of view. You still can share your perspective with others, but you allow others to have their own opinion. You let them decide what's best for them without feeling a need to correct them. So give out the need to be right. Don't prioritize pride over relationship. It doesn't matter who has the need to be right. It takes two people to dance. If there's only one person who holds a strong opinion and wants a fight with you, and you're like whatever, it doesn't matter, and you don't get into a defensive mode, there can be no dance. You can simply exit yourself from the conversation and not engage that ego. If helping others makes you feel frustrated, like why do they always don't listen to me, my advice, watch this next video over here. And for more video to live a peaceful life, subscribe my channel here.